Hello, everyone. Welcome to another positive content video. Oh, I feel like a sneeze is coming on. Uh, I was gonna record a DSP video, but I realized I kind of want to just have a relaxing video. I think we all deserve. And a lot of crazy shit's been going on. A lot of stuff getting people exhausted and stressed. And I just think we all need more positive content. You think the positive content we needed before was, you know, now we really need it. Now we really need the positive vibes. We really have to kind of get into it. Oh, all right. Enough of the memes. Okay, let's get into the positive content. Let's hop on some music as we relax. I like this song. This song is really cool. I want to get something from the Indivisible art book. They added stuff too with the art book that I usually get. You know what I mean? Let's see. These are the production art. Yeah, I want the loyalty illustrations. There's some good stuff. There's some good stuff in it. I want that, and then I want the outside. The outside stuff. That's like shit. That could be perceived in multiple ways. By the way, guys, if you want to be a part of the next art challenge, it's going on until June 4th. Feel free to go to my Discord. The link will be in the description below. If you go there, there will be a little section called Art Challenge. Just post it there, and that's kind of how I get the submissions. So do that. If you don't want to submit stuff through Patreon, you can also tweet at me. That will also be in the description below, and I can look at it there as well. And we'll go from there. All right. So let's see. This is a cool perspective shot. I kind of want to push myself a little bit. I want to kind of do this whole angle stuff that's going on here. So let's see. Whoop. Okay, I'm on the right brush. Okay. So let's see. Look where the foot goes. Little foot. And I think. Okay. I might have to change the size. Oh. I hate when Procreate does that. It assumes I want a certain size. Don't assume. Come on now. Now I think these were added later, which is like kind of cool. These were not in the base game at launch. And I think they patched these in later, which is nice. It's a nice little addition. It kind of gives you more incentive to beat the game. I thought I moved desk. Ooh, that would be weird. Yeah, I'm gonna have to just shrink this. This is way too big. And we just have to kind of go from there. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's 5 heads. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So really should be going to her elbow, that guy. Oh, this is rough. This is rough. The knee is gonna connect to the shoulder. Now, like this loyalty image I'm looking at is Tarani using her hair to soak this kid, and the kid's enjoying it. And I mean, the whole point with Tarani is that she heals people with her water in her hair. Don't ask, just accept it. And it's kind of I don't know, it's kind of rad. I don't know, I always liked Tarani. Tarani was like, such a cool character to have. She was always such a positive influence on the party. She was literally the mom. She was the mom of the group, which I like. It's a cool dynamic. There's always that meme of like, oh, mom stuff, but you know what I mean. And she kind of has the same kind of like little mini jacket thing that Ryoko has in Tenchi, which is really cool. I like Ryoko's like big poofy shoulders that she has in the show. It's pretty funny. I don't know, maybe not funny, but it just looks cool. It just looks neat, you know. God, I really want to sneeze, but I don't feel like I have to sneeze. Man, it's torture. Now, it's always important when you're drawing, always find something to challenge you. Like, this is challenging because I've never done a top-down kind of shot like this. Not that much, and I kind of want to get better at it. And, that's why I'm doing this. Sometimes I will say I think it might be better to always start drawing on paper first. But, yeah, no, I'm not doing that. Not this time. I really like this game. I mean, I might be biased, guys, because I am a huge fan of Lab-Zero. Now there is a controversy with the Skullgirl stuff they did, and I'm not gonna sit here and say that if you don't like the person that they added, yeah, Sonic Fox. If you don't like that person, that's fine. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you have to like him, but I understood at the beginning, like, okay, yeah, you don't have the option to either just keep, it's not Marie, it's like Victoria? Can't remember her name. The teacher. They should have that be an option, but since Sonic Fox is like a randomized thing, I kinda don't care. Maybe you could argue that they could give it like a 25%, randomized rate, whatever, but I think it should just be an option. That will just please everyone. But overall, to me, it's not a big deal. I mean, I don't really play fighting games in a very like passionate, competitive way because the way I learn fighting games, I just kind of play them. I do arcade. I look at the combo list. I kind of learn from that, and I just fight people, and I just go from there. Because like the issues I have with trials and stuff like that is just that I can't get timing down, and when something tells me about timing, it's like I can't really operate that way. And then when it's like, okay, you fucked up, you gotta start at the beginning, that kind of that doesn't really make me learn it. Like, because if I mess at the beginning and then it's just something at the end throwing me off, I just want to practice the end part, and I kind of just don't want to go through the whole the whole thing. I get like some combo moves require you to do all of that to get to that move, but some that I've been doing, it's like, yeah, I don't think we really need the beginning of it. I don't know, it's whatever. But I mean, as I said, I understand that people don't like the person. I mean, they might not like his attitude, whatever. It's fine. But I kind of just think it's kind of lame to be like, yeah, fuck this game, I'm not playing it because of this. And it's like, if you're really into Skullgirls to a point, I don't really think you're going to be visiting the training area that much. And it's not really that complex of a game. I mean, there's stuff in it that's like a good balance of like, casual play and competitive. But I don't know. To me, it's like it feels like a non-issue because I like playing on other stages than training stage. I never like playing on training stage, and I get the idea that like, okay, he'll pick training stage because maybe it does less lag because there's less stuff going on in the stage, but almost every stage in Skullgirls, I think there might be only one maybe, that are all designed with that in mind, almost. You know, like, there's a lot of stages that just have nothing going on in the background except maybe has like a cool different painted look, whatever. So, that's just me. Again, I understand that people don't like Sonic Fox, but I just think this, throwing the whole game out because of that is kind of lame. Because the game does so many cool things, and just be like, oh yeah, because of this one thing that's in this one stage that, you know, you might not even play on online. I don't know. Whatever. I mean, it's also an old game as well. Now, I don't mind if people want to get refunds. I don't care if they want to get refunds for it. That's fine. That's on them. That's their decision. But I don't know. It is what it is. Technically, you're not really hurting Lab Zero getting refunds either because they still have not gotten paid for that game. But you know what I mean. I mean, it wasn't really the gameplay that got me into Skullgirls anyway. It was actually the art style and the story. The story was actually really good. Like, not a lot of people probably like it, but I like the story. It's like, it gets really dark and evil, and it's like, whoa, man, it's kind of cool. And to a degree, Indivisible's like that too. That's a rad story. You follow this girl. She doesn't know where she's from. She learns that she's actually something like bigger. And it's about the journey along the way, which I like. I did talk to someone a few years ago because I ordered the physical edition of Skullgirls when they did through limited run, and one of them was telling me like, oh yeah, that was a waste of money and this and that. I was like, I don't know how that was a waste of money to me because it was like upfront what you'd be getting out of it. Like, okay, you'll get the CD of the soundtrack, you get the game as well, and you get like a full colored manual. And he was like telling me that he felt like that it was a ripoff, and I was like, how? I don't know. To me, I didn't quite get it because they gave you what they said that they're gonna give you. It wasn't like that. They were like, oh, you can get like a gigantic hardcover art book, and then they gave you like a paperback. You know, so I don't know. To me, like some of these complaints I've been seeing that people had with Lab Zero is just kind of like, I don't know. I didn't experience that. But I guess it's like, you know, some people have like their own expectations, and that's you know, fine. Oh man, I kinda want to turn on the fan, but that's gonna make a lot of noise. I kinda don't want to do that for this video. Because I want to make it decent audio quality. That's the least I can do. You don't need to hear a in the background. You don't need that. You don't need that. So I've been watching this show. Get this, guys. I've been watching this show on Netflix. I don't think it's a Netflix original. I think it's like Pop, whatever. The show is called Schitt's Creek. It is actually pretty good. It's kind of a basic premise. It's nothing that's like incredible or like, whoa man, this is blowing my mind. But it's kind of funny, and I like the characters to a point. Like, they're kind of interesting how they kind of develop. It's about this rich family who runs into some tax issue that forces them to kind of live in this town that they bought years ago. And this town they bought as a joke. It was like a rundown town that no one wanted, whatever, so they bought it. And they have to live in a motel there, and they kind of to, adapt to that lifestyle. And it is just hilarious, and so, like, just kind of how some things play out. It has Eugene Levy in it, and he's really good. I'm not a huge Eugene Levy guy. I don't think he does a lot of roles. He kind of comes off as the kind of guy that's probably just like, hey, I've done a lot of dumb movies and I still get paid, whatever, fuck it. And I think he just does whatever at this point. But he's pretty funny in this. I wouldn't necessarily say he's the straight man of the group, but he kind of is to a point. Like, he's not like, I mean, he has his own thing going on. It's kind of like how Arrested Development was when it was good. Season 4 and 5 were kind of hit or miss. 4 was just kind of a cool, like, wow, they're back. And it kind of got screwed by scheduling shit. And Season 5 just kind of, I don't know how I felt about Season 5. It kind of just felt like, that they were obligated to do it. And at that point, they kind of felt like that they were like, yeah, maybe we shouldn't have come back to this. That's kind of what it felt like. Kind of felt like that they kind of low-key regretted going back to it. Like, there's stuff I liked about it. I liked it when I first saw it the first time, but then when I was watching it a second time, I was like, yeah, I don't think this holds up as well as even Season 4. Like, they almost had me with the joke with Job and his dad, like, just not hitting it at bars. Like, they're trying to rekindle their spark, being like, man, we love women and all this stuff, but it just kind of doesn't really go anywhere. And I don't know, there was something underwhelming about the Tony Stark thing too, because Tony Stark, yes, Tony Stark was in this, Tony Wonder. I felt like that Season 4 had this cool idea of like, yeah, these two people are just friends and they don't know that they're friends and they think it's something else, and like, I like that angle of it. And I just kind of felt like that by Season 5, Ben Stiller was like, hey, I want to leave. I don't want to be back. I don't want to be in the show anymore. And they're like, okay, well, let's write him off. And it's like, okay. And then the ending, like, it also felt like that they weren't going to continue, but they ended on such a weird cliffhanger that's not a cliffhanger ending. It was like, I don't know. Like, Season 5 was just kind of like, maybe we should have stayed at Season 3. And Season 3 I didn't think was that great to begin with. I kind of think Season 1 and 2 were like the best parts. Season 3, I liked it, but I did not like the whole thing of Mr. F, and that was kind of, okay, I think we heard enough of this. Let's just pop on Indivisible. Indivisible soundtrack is always good. But, I never like stories that's like the audience is ahead of a character. Like, we knew that the girl that Michael was dating was special needs, and the show kept like playing off like, he doesn't know, guys, he doesn't know, and it's like, yeah, okay, like, it's funny for like a second, and then you're just kind of like ready to move on. It wasn't as bad when I watched it recently. It was like, it kind of moved a little bit faster than what I remember, but it was just still a bummer to sit through. Like, yeah, we get it. She's not all there. Like, that's kind of the contrast with Little Witch Academia, where, you see the school teacher Ursula, and she's Chariot off the bat, and the show does not do the bullshit of, Is she Chariot? Oh man. And it doesn't do that shit to you. And it's like, yeah, you know it's her. And it kind of goes off with that. And it's like, okay, this is actually interesting. And it's not, like, frustrating to see. I don't know how else to describe it, but it just doesn't feel as insulting. to sit there and like, yeah, I know this is Chariot. And it kind of feels like, yeah, you know it's Chariot, yeah. Yeah, I mean, Akko is the only one that doesn't know, and it's like, and it plays off like, hey, there's a reason for it, but like, you know, we're just gonna kind of deal with this, and it's solid. It's a solid like way they handled it, which I liked. Because it was very easy for them to kind of be like, oh man, who's Scarlet? Who's Chariot? Is she Chariot? Who knows? Yeah, she's Chariot, but no one knows. It's like, oh, okay. And it's like, please move on, you know? So that's kind of like my feelings on Arrested Development. You know, honestly, I kind of feel like I don't talk a lot about the live action stuff that I watch. and I feel like that I probably sound more like a weeb than I actually am. I don't watch a lot of anime. I know that's shocking. I feel like that like I talk way more about anime than I talk about live action stuff, but it's just the live action stuff I've seen. By the time I started doing videos more frequently and stuff, they've ended. Like Breaking Bad ended before I even got a chance to do do streams and shit. Fargo is suspended until they can film again. And movies have just been kind of meh. So I just kind of feel like I'm kind of stuck. But hey, I gotta talk about Schitt's Creek. That's not anime. Why should there be like an anime that has the same name? And it's like, god damn it. But hey, no, that's fine. Really a good rough of this character. There's something off about her arm that's like driving me crazy, but I can't figure it out. For some reason, looking at this loyalty image of Tarani, her hair looks really weird. Like, I didn't pay much mind to it in, like, the gameplay sprites and all that kind of stuff. But, like, you're seeing, like, these, like, beads of hair kind of connecting, and it looks... Man, it looks kind of... It reminds me of a scorpion tail. That's what it is. That's why it's, like, kind of like, it looks like a scorpion tail, dude. Tarani is a water scorpion. That's what she is. I was also watching this documentary. This documentary kind of rules. It's called Trial by Media, and I think it's a really cool documentary on Netflix. It kind of goes through all these like murders. I talked about this movie show in the past. It's really good. It goes through a lot of stuff and. It's pretty good. Some of it's a little depressing, but it's interesting to see how the media portrays what's going on, and it kind of shows like how it affects outcomes of trials a little bit. And it's like, you know, it brings up this discussion of like it really shows like what is you know, some cases of it that's actually helpful. Like it kind of, you know, pushes awareness, while on the other hand it might hurt some callings. And it's interesting. It's interesting overall. But the other cool documentary is what's it called? Earth at Night or Night on Earth. I think it's Night on Earth. I think that's also on Netflix. It's an animal documentary show. Like if you like animals, I guess it's cool. But there's a lot of stuff at night that's like you don't think about. Like they show this one like scorpion that glue glows in the dark, and it's like really cool looking. So I do like that. That was kind of interesting, but it's nothing that's like I fall in love with. Dun, 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 dun. I also recently started playing Horizon Zero Dawn again, obviously. And that game is really good. Like every time I play it, it's like, man, this game really does feel like that it kind of got thrown under the rug in some cases. I know a lot of PlayStation fans run to that game, but I really think that is a solid Guerrilla Games title, and I think I like it way more than Killzone. Killzone was like whatever, but man, Horizon Zero Dawn is a really rad game. I love the mech designs. I love the world that it explores, and the map is like deceptive. In some cases, it feels big, and in other cases, it feels kind of small. But it's like a good balance where it's like it's not like whatever. There's so much variety in the terrain that's like each place like stands out. But I think what kind of happened with it was it came out when Breath of the Wild came out, and I think that kind of just kind of had to fade in the background a little bit. But the biggest game that kind of got the back seat the most, I have to say, is Gravity Rush 2. That was a game that was really good. I loved that game. The only thing I did not love was I like Raven. She was a cool character, but her DLC story thing that they had for free was such a lame DLC. I did not like that DLC at all. They did just a lot of trial shit, and it was just like, I don't want to play this anymore, and I stopped playing it. But the main game was awesome. I loved it. It was like, sure, the setup of it was kind of straightforward. Like, oh, on the top is the 1%, then you have the middle class, then you have the low percent as the world setting, and it's like, okay, but it's just nice and charming. The characters were really positive and happy, and it was like a nice game. It blew my expectations away, because when I played the demo, I was like a little bummed out that there was a lot of reading, because Gravity Rush 1 was a PS Vita exclusive, so it's like, okay, that I can understand, maybe whatever. But they did Gravity Rush 2, and I was like, they couldn't do voice acting for this? But, I think they wanted their little made-up language. I want to say, like, thank you guys for, like, just watching my videos, watching the streams. I keep saying thank you, but I always just feel like that I'm not thankful enough. Sometimes when I do these little videos, and it's like, man, I get nervous. I get nervous about it. I think about it. But I think you guys know how grateful I am. But I always like to say it. Always like to say how grateful I am. This song rules. What is the name of this song? I know it's like one of the credit songs, I think. Esoterica. Oh man. This is a nice song. Like the original, I think, has like small like lyrics in it, but this is just like piano and all this stuff. It's so soothing. It's like, oh. The Indivisible soundtrack is so soothing. It's done by Hiroki Kikuta, and he does a lot of. I know what he does. I think he did like, what was it? He did Secret of Mana or something. He did some JRPG that everyone loves. And he's a master. He's a master, dude. Okay, I think we can. We're gonna shrink her a little bit more. So how many heads is she away from the bottom? She's like half a head. So here we go. And then how many heads is she from the top? One head. Really? Really? Really, dude? Whoa, I think I got the I kind of got it right, but let's just make her a little big. Yeah, that looks a little better. No way from. Well, 1, 2, 3, about 4 heads. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that's what we're gonna do. Then this heel meets with that bowl. Bottom of it reaches the point. And that's as wide as one head, pretty much. You know what I realized about that? About the loyalty thing I'm looking at? So, oh, I'm gonna adjust this. I'm sorry hearing some tapping, but, that'll, like, this thing I'm drawing, this will be a minor spoiler for Indivisible, so if, you know, you haven't caught up with my playthrough, or if you're going through it, maybe you want to mute for a bit, I'll do this when I'm done with the spoilers, okay? So you've been warned. 3, 2, 1. So that thing that's with her that I'm drawing, in the game, you see Mara. Mara was one of the Devas that was with Tarani, and they used to kind of like have a little thing together. Then Mara got greedy, and he got engrossed in human desires, and that changed him to be some kind of like monster, whatever. And he was so far gone that she couldn't save him, so he kind of just died, pretty much from what he became. That his soul eventually formed into this little monster that's like these little chopstick things, and you do this little side quest for Tarani, and it kind of goes through all this character stuff with Mara, and it's like, oh, you know, he's here now. So this little like monster thing, I was like thinking about this. I was like, why is there a monster with Tarani? And I realized it's fucking Mara. So that's kind of cool. Like, it's this little redemption run they kind of give Mara at the end of the game. Of like, okay, well, he's gonna not have his original form, but he could be his cool little demon ghost thing. Some of the monsters in Indivisible is based off of, is it Thailand's mythology? It's some like Eastern mythology, I think. I don't know what. It's either Thailand, Korean, I don't know. But that's kind of where these ideas come from. All right, spoilers over, and that's how they saved the world. Okay, let's continue drawing this. The little top of the eyebrows go to her thigh. Well, the first one at least. The bottom right here. I know I did not read the book. I like to read every time I do this, but it's fine. We don't need to read it all the time. Okay, guys? So I know someone in the comment section is gonna freak out. and be like, oh my god, Theo, you didn't read the book. You didn't read it. I don't know what else we're gonna learn today. We don't have to learn all the time, guys. We don't have to learn all the time. And you guys are pretty smart. You guys, you probably learn, you probably learn every day. There is still something that's bothering me about this, but whatever. I'm not done a crowded scene. Literally. Guys, can you believe that? I'm doing something new, something that probably looks like shit. You know, I think I would keep this as like the thumbnail of my of this video. Like, it might not be finished, but I'm gonna just put it up, maybe. I might draw the rest of this off video. And then post a time lapse later. So I've been, oh my god, I cannot talk. I have been redrawing I want to redraw all of the viewer canvases digitally, since we're in this lockdown, we're in this situation right now, and I'm like, you know what? Instead of just waiting for to do it, or just kind of going out there and risking it, I think I want to redraw all of them digitally. It'll take longer, but I think it would be nice because I get to really, do more digital work out there, and I can even fix some of the mistakes I might have made in the canvas. Now, does this mean that I'm just not going to scan these canvases, period? No, also scan them so that we have a preference. Do you want them digital? Do you want them like, digitally painted, or do you want something that's like hand drawn? There's still gonna be some stuff that might not make it into the digital stuff. Like, I still have not decided if I'm gonna do the color stuff in the digital version yet. I know that's really dumb. I could easily do it, but I don't know. I'll think about it. It's just I'm thinking maybe it would just be nice to be consistent with it, or if I do color, I don't know. I'm still like debating it. So who knows? I might change my mind. I'll make a decision once I finish one first. Man, I really like this song. The song is so good, dude. So good. Let's see his head. Hers. See, his waist kind of goes into her hair. Pants leg goes up to his head. Well, there's a lot of fine tuning I'm gonna have to do with this, with this piece. I think I'm just gonna cut off like a little bit because I think this is a wider resolution, like a wider canvas than the one I'm using, and I just don't think I scaled this. I don't think I scaled it correctly. But it's fine. It's fine. We're not looking for perfection. We're just looking for. I don't know what we're looking for. What are we looking for? What are we looking for? Absolutely nothing. So I've been having this issue lately of finding these god dang wasps in this house. I saw some in the basement, like 2, but there was like 1. There was 1 I saw Monday, then I saw another one on Tuesday, and then I saw 2 in like the backyard. I don't know if you have a nest. I didn't see a nest, but they might also be underground. Who knows? Who knows where these monsters lie, But whatever, it is what it is. What can you do? I do have killer for it. Can only hope. That's that, you know what I mean? The only thing I could think of doing with this is just shrinking. I might do that too. There is stuff I kind of want to fix a little bit here and there. The proportions are right, but well, I guess there is like a slant. Alright, well, I think I'm gonna fix this later. Again, thank you guys for watching Positive Content. I think that's gonna be it for this episode. It's been a fun one. I hope you had fun. I hope you're staying safe. Hope you're staying healthy. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Stay safe, everyone. See you when I see you. And remember to fly away.